Yep.
Hey guys, I'm Coach Sam Colby, the owner of Ethos Lifestyle Center, also the creator of the CorePump and Biohacking Fitness. So Sam, tell me a little bit about your background.
So my background, so I've been a coach, a trainer for, now it's going to be 22 years. This has been my passion my whole life long, and another one of my passions has been inventing. So I've always, whenever I see a problem, I immediately can pretty much see a solution, a pretty quick solution to help resolve that problem. So everything just kind of all developed. This whole biohacking fitness concept, this was a 7-year labor of love of just going into the lipolaser world, the body contour, all that stuff, which I found out was all, that now we have all that in here. And this has been about a 10-year labor of love, which this came by mistake. I was late for a boot camp class I was teaching, and I had to pump up 4 stability balls as fast as I could. And that positive action of an air pump gave me like one of the best workouts of my life, and that started the journey for developing this isokinetic training machine.
So what overnight success just took you about 10 years?
Yeah, about 11. Yeah, 10, 11.
And so what's the premise behind this machine right here?
So probably the most valuable part, which I tell people, I mean, it doesn't look like much. It looks sleek, cool, whatever. But the action of it, so the positive up met by the positive down, that's called isokinetics, and most people have never heard of it, nor have they ever used it to see the benefits, and it's the most published resistance out there, showing that it's the most beneficial because your core gets engaged every time you lift with it, and it also makes you do cardiovascular, which you saw during class, sweating, and then you get a full body strength training tool and stretch. So you actually did a lot of all of those elements today,
So the biohacking, obviously you have infrared lights in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were talking about you have vibrations or you have tones.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so they all work together. Tell me how does that work?
Yeah. So I have these uber expensive lipolasers, like all the med spas have, and that was another by mistake thing. I'm a post-rehab specialist, and so I use a lot of near infrared on sore body parts for pain, inflammation, vasodilation, all the stuff that you need for recovery. And we were talking about lipolasers, and she's like, what type of laser, what comes out of that energy? And I go, well, it's a near infrared. And then she goes, well, that's like your light bulb. And I was like, yeah, that's like the light bulb. And she goes, well, why can't you put it all on me? Because you're an obese lady, right? And I was like, and actually that kick-started my idea. And I was like, that's a really good idea. And so I beta tested it in a bathroom and made sure that these 250 watt bulbs could dim. And then I had an electrician come in because these are 12 bulbs, so tons of energy pumping through. And anyone that knows anything about infrared, that's the healing wavelength of the sun. So the minute you step in here, you immediately start feeling better. The tones that you're talking about, the isochronic tones, I had a sound engineer engineered 2 specific frequencies. One to release or stimulate the brain, the pituitary gland for human growth, and then the other one for fat and weight loss.
Awesome.
And those are blended behind music, so you don't hear that boom, boom, boom all day long, So, yeah, a lot, and usually at the end we actually do a cold cleanse, so a cryotherapy action at the very end that it's mint with ice water, and so it's refreshing, but it's actually antimicrobial, so actually you get a nice cleanse, and everyone knows, most people know that cryotherapy is great for recovery.
Right.
So.
Well, this is incredible. I know I just went through a 45-minute workout and it busted my butt.
Yeah.
And when I found out having shoulder issues, it's actually good for rehab.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of issues because the warmth in here, I got warmed up pretty quickly, sweated just profusely.
Yeah.
My machine was pretty much watered down by the time I was done.
Yeah, we had to change you to this machine over here because you got so wet.
Yeah. All I know is, guys, this is probably the wave of the future for fitness. For me, because I've been in the fitness industry for now, I'm over 50 years old, so I've been in fitness for 5 decades. Wow. And I found at a 45-minute workout, I had a pretty darn workout, Coach.
But you saw how quick it went by though, too. Like, it seemed like the first 10 minutes is kind of like, all right, we're getting into it. And then you look and there's 35 minutes in and 10 minutes left, and you're like, wow. And actually, we were talking about it. People were going, this should be an hour-long class. This actually used to be a 30-minute class. And I was telling Clara, I was like, I like that it's 45 because everyone stops and you almost want a little bit more. And with isokinetics, you don't get that delayed onset muscle soreness. So even though we challenged and failed your muscle groups, you know, you're not going to be sore from that.
Yeah.
So you get to come back tomorrow and the next day and the next, and there's no, you know, there's no breakdown of joints, ligaments, all the stuff that you get with traditional weight training.
So Coach, which is the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, probably a nice thing to do would be on the website, esoslifestyle.com, or you can call the office at 480-625-3100.
And are these units for sale also? Do you have these for sale also?
Yeah, so these cost about the price of a cheap treadmill, so they're about $1,500. You can either buy them online or come right in and pick one up.
Outstanding. So your website is esoslifestyle.com.
Yeah, esoslifestyle.com, and these machines are on CorePump.com, where I have a tab that says research, so people can see the white paper on all the research.
Outstanding. Well, guys, you know, again, Coach Sam Colby here with a brand new concept. I think it's going to take the world by storm for fitness.
Excellent.
And cut. That was great, you guys.
That was awesome.
That was great.